Hello, welcome to Jet Mathematics. I remain your host, Milton Ebiwari John. Today we are looking at indices, the laws of indices. But before we start solving problems, I would like to state that the word indices is derived or is the plural form of the word index. And this index simply means power or exponent. Okay, power or exponent. So that's the meaning of the word index. It means power or exponent. Okay, so the first law we are going to look at, we are looking at 3 in this video. In our next video we'll look at other laws and how to use them to solve problems as well. Now in this first law, it says a raised to the power of m times a raised to the power of n. Now the a here is called the base, and the m here is called the index or power. It's called the index or power. So this is the index, this is the base. This index, you can say this is the power or exponent, while this is the base. So this base could be numbers, could be alphabet, as the case may be. Okay, m and n could be numbers as well. Okay, good. So we say if we have a number base a raised to the power of m times another number base a raised to the power of n. Now since the base or the bases are the same, we can simply sum up the power, but you must first ensure that the base are the same, and when they are multiplying you sum up the power. Okay, this also happens here in the second law, but this time is division, which can be written like this. Now since the base are also the same, okay, but this time is division, so you subtract the powers. Okay, you subtract the powers, but you must always ensure that the base are the same first. So you must ensure that the base are the same before you can either add these powers if it's multiplication, or subtract the powers if it is division. Okay, in this case, in this division case, a cannot be equals to 0. Okay, because if a becomes 0, then this expression will be undefined. Okay, the expression will be undefined. All right, so the third law, which says if a is raised to power m, then raised to power n, we can simply write this as a raised to the power of m times n. So the two powers here will multiply. Okay, so these are 3 simple laws. We'll use them to solve simple problems in this video. Okay, so our example here says simplify using the index law, but take note m and n belong to the set of integers. Okay, integers. So all these m and n you see here, they are all integers, they are numbers. Okay, they could be positive, they could be negative. That's why we group them into the set of integers. Is that okay? All right, so our first example here says 3 raised to the power of 5 times 3 raised to the power of 4. Now if you look carefully, this is just looking like our first law, right? So simply The base are the same, they are all 3, so you take it 1 there, 3, just as we took A. Then the power, since it's multiplication, we sum up the power, and that becomes 5 plus 4, just as we did, just as the first law is defined. So at the end of the day, we have that this becomes 3, and then 5 plus 4 is 9. So this raised to the power, this is 3 raised to the power of 9. Very easy, okay? Now let's look at the second example. The second example is applicable to the second law here. We have the same base, which in this case is 5. So we'll take it 5. And now since it's division, we subtract the powers as we have in this law here. So we have 4 minus 2. So this is a simple example. So we say this becomes 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. So that's the answer. Okay? So you must ensure first that the base are the same as we have in this case. Then lastly, okay, we still have 2 more examples here. This is just a case of law 3 here. So it's the same thing as writing m raised to the power of 4 times 3, just as we have in this law. Okay? So this gives us m raised to the power of 12. 4 times 3 is 12. So this is the answer to this. So you see here, m is not a number, it's just a variable or an alphabet. So you leave your answer like that. So let's look at number 4. This example 4, we are combining all the laws together. That is the beauty of mathematics, okay? So it's nothing different, but we are just combining all the laws together. So to solve this, first of all, for us to do anything here, we need to express 16 as a base of 2. 16 as a base of 2, okay? So 16 as a base of 2 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 4. 2 raised to the power of 4. 2 raised to the power of 4 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16, okay? You see our video on indices, and then you get to know how that applies. Is that okay? Alright, so this is 2 raised to the power 4. Then here we have times 2 raised to the power of minus 2. Okay? So you see we've been able to reduce it now to the same base. Okay? Then this side, 8 is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 3. I'm expressing 8 as a base of 2 because here I have 2. So we must be spontaneous in our thinking. Alright? So this is 2 raised to the power 3, 2 times 2 times 2, that gives me 8. Times 2 raised to the power minus 1. Using this law here, it's minus 1 times 2 times 2. So we are good. So this gives us 2 raised to the power 4 times 2 raised to the power minus 2 over 2 raised to the power 3 times 2 raised to the power minus 1 times 2 is minus 2. Okay? So there are many ways to go about this problem. Here I can decide to cancel out so that I'm left with 2 raised to the power 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 3. We can use that approach because this and this are the same. We can also decide to use our laws as we have established. This becomes, since it's multiplication, we have 2 raised to the power 4. They are the same base, and it's multiplication, so we can have 2 raised to the power 4 plus, for multiplication you put plus, right? Minus 2 all over 2 raised to the power 3 for this case. The same base, they are multiplying, times. Okay, sorry. We're applying the law now. Since they are multiplying, we add up the powers, right? Plus minus 2. Okay? Very easy. So here we're applying this law, and the denominator we're also applying that law. So this gives me 2 plus minus 2, that gives me 2. Then here gives me 3 plus minus 2, that gives me 1. Okay? So at the end of the day, we'll apply law 2. Law 2, we'll apply it here. You see that? So that gives me 2 raised to the power 2 minus 1. Two raised to the power 2 minus 1. Applying the second law. And this gives me 2 raised to the power 1. Because 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 raised to the power 1 is the same thing as writing just 2. Okay? Anything raised to the power of 1 is just that thing. Okay? So this brings us to the end of the solution. So the answer is 2. So if I had also cancelled out from here, I will have 2 raised to the power 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 3, which when I solve, I will still end up getting 2. Okay? I just use this procedure, just want to show all of these laws, how they are applicable. Alright, so that will be all for this video. In our next video, we'll be looking at some other laws. Please don't forget to like, to share, and to comment on this video. And also follow the page. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Bye.